You had a good week?
Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Charlie State.
Our headlines today. Our North America correspondent Nomia Iqbal joins us now. Voters in Northern Ireland will head to the polls this morning to cast their vote in local elections. Good morning. It's Thursday, the 18th of May. Water companies in England have apologised for failing to do enough to stop sewage from flowing into rivers and seas.
Water UK says it will invest £10 billion over the next decade to put things right, promising the biggest modernisation of sewers since the Victorian era. Our environment correspondent Jonah Fisher has this report. We'll be speaking to the chair of Water UK, Ruth Kelly, that's coming up at 7:30 this morning.
A celebrity news agency says it will launch an investigation into an alleged car chase between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the paparazzi in New York.
Prince Harry and Meghan say what they called a relentless pursuit lasting for 2 hours and involved multiple near misses. Photo agency deny that. Police confirmed a chaotic incident did take place, but there were no collisions, injuries or arrests.
This report from our North America correspondent Nomia Iqbal does contain some flashing images.
Royal Mail will announce their results for the last year at 7 o'clock this morning.
And of course, it's a company that's been dominated by industrial action, which hasn't helped in terms of profits. The Prime Minister has arrived in Tokyo ahead of this weekend's G7 summit. That's quite frightening, isn't it?
It is scary.
It's 13 minutes past 6. Now it's getting milder outside, I think. Carol?
At the paper's exactly 6:15 on Thursday morning.
So we can go through a couple of those questions and just see how difficult they are.
It's quite interesting, isn't it, given all the conversations and the chatter about how difficult they were to actually see some of what it is.
And also to understand, I suppose, the impact of, that paper, because there were loads of issues in terms of whether there was too much nuance expected to be identified by children, but also there was much more to read than compared to previous SATS papers, so many papers weren't being finished, and that caused some distress. What have you seen on the inside?
So, the familiar question, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh, you know what? It's the same. So for anyone who doesn't know, we kind of take a look at the inside pages and we don't show each other what we're going to look at, and then we pick one each and then talk about it. And my line to you was, what came first? Get you to finish the line. That was what I was. Shall I hold up?
It's the same story. Go for it. These sea creatures, comb jellies, are gelatinous blob-like organisms that swim through the oceans. And the sea jelly, it turns out, including us, including human beings, everything.
So the difference between a comb jelly and a sponge, right, this is the only thing I think I'm going to take away, is that comb jellies have muscles and neurons, i.e. nerve cells. Sponges don't.
Yes. But
so sponges just wade through the sea.
This is agony, isn't it? Watching two people who don't understand
the story.
Pick their way gradually through
away from it.
One of the things that's it is intriguing about this is that because they haven't really got any evidence. Because you think about evolution, you think they know exactly what happened, and then you read a story like this and you think they're not even sure. Even now, they don't know from what we came. Which is extraordinary, isn't it? But it looks to me, reading through this, the short version is, we came from a blob.
It kind of makes sense.
If that's helpful for you this morning, a little non-scientific, but I think that's what it was. We came from a blob.
That's the highlight of the inside pages for us this morning.
There
and we both landed on the same thing. But what came first, the sea jelly or the sponge? The sea jelly, the blob.
The blob. We came from the blob.
There you go. 19 minutes past 6. Mike is going to be with us a little later on to bring us up to date on the latest in the Champions League. Of course, there was a big match last night, so he will be with us on the sofa shortly in the next half hour.
Time now, 19 minutes past 6. 9 people have died and thousands have been evacuated from their homes after heavy rain caused severe flooding in northern Italy.
Now, relief...
In northern Italy.
The friends and family of a woman who was brutally killed by her estranged husband are going to meet with the new Justice Secretary, Alex Chalk, today to prevent his early release from prison.
Joanna Simpson was a week away from divorcing Robert Brown when he took her life in 2010. He was convicted of manslaughter due to diminished responsibility and given a 26-year sentence. But he could be released in November after serving just 13 years. Tim Muffet has been speaking to Joanna's best friend. The report was by Tim Muffet.
It's 26 minutes past 6. It's time to find out what's happening in terms of news, travel and weather. Wherever you are, we'll see you in a few minutes.